We were strangers when we first met. I don't know if I should make a move yet. She's sweet. All right. Welcome everyone to the HWE Final Battle Kickoff Show. We are moments away from an absolutely stacked show tonight, where we will see Damien Skull defending his world championship against the global champion Haunted Jacob. We have Skeletor taking on Gladiator in a no-holds-barred match. We have Gage against Hunter, two newly signed superstars facing off tonight in a debut match. And we cannot forget Wyatt defending once again his Golden Weight Championship against the Black Stinger. But our guest tonight, we will both be analyzing all matches, giving you guys our predictions. It is none other than the Fire of the Heavens, Zane Saint Savior.
Hello, guys. As you guys may all know, I am the Fire of the Heavens. You just said it. I am the Fire of the Heavens, none other than Zane Saint Savior. And, me and the boss are about to talk about the matches
Yep.
of Final Battle.
So Zane Saint Savior. Let's begin with our opening match for tonight. Gladiator, Hack Supremacy member, takes on Skeletor. And Skeletor, we can't forget, Skeletor has not won any match in 2025. Yes, like obviously there's the Gotham match where he defeated multiple superstars, but he did not win the Gotham match, right? So he has not won since 2024, where he defeated Master Mexico on Midnight Fatality. And talking about Master Mexico, before we get into Final Battle predictions, what's going on with Master Mexico?
I wish my camera would fall at the most opportune time. See, just like this camera and just like Master Mexico, those are two different things, and they're both my ops. Master Mexico, I didn't think he had it in him. I didn't think he had that in him. I mean, he's been losing a lot, so I honestly understand his frustrations. But if we gonna talk about this, obviously you can see from the side. I can't say I'm surprised, nor I could say I'm shocked. As much as I know, I'm gonna get my payback on Master Mexico, and you're gonna see a new version of Zane Saint Savior that is gonna be a lot more brutal than you think. I can promise you that. But who cares about Master? Who cares about that man?
Right, he's not relevant for tonight, right? But you know what is relevant for tonight? It's our opening matchup. Skeletor takes on Gladiator. As a superstar, you have never faced Skeletor one on one. Gladiator,
Yeah.
you got a little, moment with him in the Gauntlet match. But what can we expect? What can the HW universe expect from these two superstars tonight?
Well, before I can see there's a comment and questions, I'll answer that very soon later. But I'm gonna speak my thoughts real fast. Before I ever wrestled here in this great company, I was a fan of the MEW days, the
Yeah.
BW days. I was the big fan of all the shows. I've watched all the shows, and they were pretty good shows too. No lie, and nothing to say. So I got no prize. I got like no surprise with these two. But let's say much about this. Skeletor needs this win tonight
Mhm.
because as much as I know, you said it yourself, he hasn't won a single match in 20. So he's barely even got a chance to even win anything. And that includes gold. And honestly, I bet that's probably eating him inside.
Oh.
That he has not won a match
Mm.
since. But tonight, will he push it all behind him and finally, and I mean finally, take down a member of Half Supremacy, which, by the way, has not actually technically won a match in a special pay per view. Not yet. As much as I know, this is a make it or break it.
Right,
So
right.
either so for Sinister, I see. No, not Sinister. God Jesus, Gladiator. Sorry. We got two of the mask guys, and guess what?
Yeah,
They kind of look similar to each other.
they kind of do, yeah.
So you can't blame me for making that mistake. Um, Speaking of which, I know as much as Sinister interrupted me. God, Sinister interrupted me. Obviously in a during a live stream, and I know.
An epic live stream, chaotic
Yeah,
live stream.
yeah, and Gladiator joined too. So if anything much, I have never ever now. Me and Gladiator know each other pretty well from the Gauntlet match, and he.
But we know what happened though. We know what happened. Soul got in your way. You know.
We know. Well, we all know what happened. That was a little bit of a technical difficulty with my camera for some reason, but
Yeah.
that's besides the problem. As much as I know, I have never faced Skeletor. Obviously,
Yeah.
I.
Can you answer that question?
I can. You know what? I'm gonna answer that question right now. Will I ever face
Yeah.
Skeletor? You know, I'm thinking about it.
He's
I'm
thinking
think,
about it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna take my time first because I have respect for the guy. All right. Another person who I also haven't faced is pretty much in a big main event right now, which we'll probably talk about later.
Oh, we will.
But but as much as I can tell from these two, I I'm gonna have to give the win to Skeletor. He needs the most.
So final prediction. You lock it in. Skeletor wins. Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you for that prediction for our first matchup here. Now, let's go towards the demolition side. And tonight we have a match that, in my opinion, I don't expect anything because these two, we've never seen them.
We've
We have
never seen it.
never seen them.
You know,
So what can we expect from this match?
to be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I have never seen these two here in the world of HWE, but then again, we have been on a signing train as of late.
Oh, we have. Oh, we have.
Yeah, we've had the most biggest signings ever, and if I can probably. We've had the most signiest ways, and I don't know to describe HWE as the biggest company alive today. I bet they probably have been. I bet they probably have been training. They got some proper training
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean,
for sure. So,
you have a match at Final Battle tonight. You need some some training, right?
and
You
it's
can't
your
just go out
debut.
there.
And it's your debut. You know,
Exactly, like
it's like yeah, we've had the most biggest signings. Starting off, one of them, Genji Reisker.
talking about him. We've seen a massive and long promo from him in a recent Midnight Fatality episode, and then we haven't really noticed him after that. Do you think an appearance tonight is probable? Do we the next Midnight Fatality will he show up? What do you think?
Honestly, you might not know. I know the man personally because me and him have been in a history while rivalry.
Yeah,
As much as I know, it's one of the top one. It's on the top of match of the year between me and him for between me, him, and if there's a lot of fans out here, between me, him, and honestly it was a triple threat match for the MPW Intercontinental Champion, where I came out on top, but in the end, we came back. We came back together. Shockingly, but as much as I know that I won't be surprised that if the demigod shows up tonight or really doesn't.
yeah.
But but a man who I've seen who has all of a sudden became a forgotten son is another new signing to this company, Elijah.
Yeah.
He has done one of the most, I think I want to say, greatest work so far. He went for the Golden Weight Championship. He faced Wyatt.
Right.
Honestly, I he had a great showing in that
Great
match.
showing, great debut in HWE. I mean, you can't ask for better than that. But we might see better than that tonight between Hunter and Gage. So, final predictions. Who's taking the W tonight?
I can see that he wants the smoke, so I'm gonna have to go with the man we know as Hunter. And honestly, if anything, I see him being a lot more of a freight. But Gage, I will take nothing away from the man. If he can make the most breakout ways in this matchup where these two are debuting, two people you have never seen in HWE before, will they show out? Will they fail? I kind of doubt they will fail because we're in the land of opportunities, right? We are in an era where people's gonna make a showing, and trust me, they're gonna make one heck of out of it. I mean, hey, I've done it.
Oh, you have.
Elijah,
Oh, you have.
Elijah, Elijah has sure done it. I see
Right.
Genji Reisker doing it. So if anything, these two are gonna be no exception. Speaking of another signing, Max. Yeah.
He's been not bad as well. I mean,
He's
we've
yeah,
seen
I
him
think he's
against
not. I
Wyatt.
don't think he's honestly not. He's honestly hasn't done bad, if anything. But I know as much as I know that tonight, where this is a match where these two debut. This is what I call a showcase match,
Yeah.
basically. In
Yeah.
this match, that's basically what it is. The other matches are mostly for gold, glory, and probably pride. As much as we know from this match right here, this match I think I've been waiting for I think the longest period of time. The Black Stinger versus Wyatt for the Golden Weight Championship. This match, I believe, could show out tonight for the side of the place we all know as Demolition.
I
Which,
mean,
by the way,
Wyatt has been on one hell of a run lately. I mean, at Hill to the King against Damien Skull, wow. Like, wow. And not only
it
from
was a
there, but
bloody match, man.
like, this guy has been on one hell of a run, and he's going against the new number one contender, the Black Stinger. So, Zayn Saint Savior, what's your gut feeling on this match? What are your final predictions on this?
My personal feelings on the Black Stinger is one thing. One, I hate him. Two, I
Oh,
have a
yeah.
disdain. I have a disdain for this man because the fact that Jesus, I only have a disdain for this man because of two reasons. One, he pinned me in 2 seconds. Two, he's on
I
a side with
remember,
Damien. He's
yeah.
on a side with Damien Skull. So I hope Wyatt and Wyatt, if you are watching this, buddy, Zayn Saint Savior, or I'm gonna go off kayfabe here, just Zayn. I'm gonna need you to kick some ass, brother. Beat the Black Stinger all the way down to hell, and probably send him straight to the goddamn ground. Please, Wyatt, promise me that. Thank you very much. Wyatt is my final prediction, and you can't tell me otherwise.
I'm gonna have to go with Wyatt as well. I mean, with the
What?
run he's been on, I don't
There's
see him
no.
losing anytime soon.
Yeah, there's no way.
But now, before we get to our next match, I want to thank Shaquem Mitchell, the official theme song for Final Battle, Dance Tonight. We want to
Yes,
thank him.
that's tonight.
Amazing
The ring.
song, fits the vibe. But before we get to our main event, let's see how they how they got to there, right? Like, why are we at
In
this
this,
point?
yeah. Why are we in this point? Well, for all of you guys watching, you probably already know these two had a long waited feud. They had been waiting about like a whole year. As let's say this. Let's say what kind of shot off that rivalry first. The first live we've done when MEW and HWE decided to do a merge.
Right.
Now, this merge specifically debuted not only me, not only not only HW as a whole, but now these two have had a long-awaited rivalry, and it started off with Damien Skull attacking Haunted Jacob, by the way,
Yep.
and
Unexpectedly.
yeah, but if, as much as I know, this rivalry's been going on since the day of their MEW feud. Which, by the way, Haunted Jacob, if I remember closely, he defeated
He did. At Waves of Evil, he defeated Damien Skull in his
and
return match after retiring. So,
and and if tonight goes the same way, I think Haunted Jacob is history and take that history away from the current, and I
right.
mean the current HWE World Champion, but not only that, the current Grand Beast championship.
Exactly. He's already a double champ, but Haunted Jib looking to become a double champion, but with two of the biggest and greatest titles
But
in this
but the
industry.
problem is that it might set off something if Damien Skull actually wins tonight. What if Damien Skull pulls a CM Punk heading? What if Damien Skull pulls a CM Punk after all Warhead, which we all know he says he's not going to resign.
Yeah, we saw
So
that his contract's ending, and now he's saying that he might not resign. You know, like holy smokes, it's just chaotic backstage. And
and really think about it. Without Damien Skull, he thinks HWE will do great or fail without him. Let's know. Who knows? He could be right.
he could be
He,
right.
he could be right. He could be wrong. But enough with me talking. Let's see how this match has progressed on the progressive match flow. I remember this.
What happened to the briefcase? Damien Skull has it now. You were supposed to burn it and never talk about it again.
Look, he stole it, okay? Do you actually think I want to give it to him?
Because, yeah, there's stuff on you in there.
Exactly.
So
Why are we mad?
You know the truth.
Know the truth.
Well, you might have just fucked up. Because now he has that. And he's building in the master plan.
I sure am.
You know the term cooked. We are cooked, my friend. Indeed, they are. They're pretty cooked. You're going on there?
If he wins tonight, we're all cooked.
Exactly. Good luck.
Also, by the way, for the people that's in the chat, can we please get a hashtag cooked?
Yeah, hashtag cooked, guys. Hashtag cooked. HWE is literally on the line tonight. If Damien wins, we're done.
Yeah, and also kind of really think about it. If you play WWE 2K25, think about NXT Mutiny.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Had to throw that plug out there.
Killing their fathers.
Oh, we just got a hashtag. Nathan. Hashtag cooked. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag cooked by Dan Brookshaw. I don't know if it was a good idea by Haunted Jacob to change up that contract and put it only for the world title. Could be a
I don't
wise
think
decision, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
me either, but who knows? It could have been an outsmart decision. It might have not been. It might not have been the greatest decision. Who knows?
Exactly.
No, you attack me, okay? You know, our match, a final battle, it's for the two titles, right? But look. Are you sure it's still stuff in the contract? So here's how the name is. This stays non. This is yours. It's coming to me.
Final battle. This match is the definition of How do I put this delicately? Name an Adventures movie that became the biggest name of all time. Oh wait, I know. An Endgame.
Yep, definitely is. And that is your main event. Damien Skull defends his world championship against Haunted Jacob in what promises to be an epic fight.
Yeah, and it promises to be a very great match for the HWE World Heavyweight Championship. Which, by the way, speaking of that, it's actually Damien Skull's first defense here in 2025 with that World Championship.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, because we all know that man, just like, well, I'll give Haunted Jacob some slack. He has defended it in pay-per-views, no lie. But I'll give him some slack. He needed some time to be ready, but I think if he doesn't win tonight, yeah, we might be cooked.
We are.
Also, Haunted Jacob would be cooked because if anything, he has the briefcase.
Yeah. The briefcase, it's a big focal point in all of
And that's
this.
all. Honestly, it's a big vocal point in the rest, and actually the rest of this. It can kind of include Skeletor in this thing too.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and now there's a problem where if Damien wins tonight, he might or expose of what he thinks of Skeletor and Haunted Jacob as the frauds of HWE, while he
Yeah.
focuses on the future, like Zmi, like where he focuses on also the future, like me, Genji Rice here, Max. I can name
Oh, we can name a
any other
lot of
people.
people. But here's my question about because including the future, it can be a Gladiator, the Black Stinger. This could be very well our future with Hack Supremacy. Talking about Hack Supremacy, are they getting involved tonight, or will Damien Skull play it fair? Because we've seen on the recent lives, recent episodes, it seems like Hack Supremacy might get involved, but it seems as well like maybe Skeletor is gonna go help Haunted Jacob, maybe someone else, maybe a returning superstar. We don't know. We have no clue. But do you think Hack Supremacy is getting involved tonight?
Is that even a question?
That's what I'm saying. Is that even a
Is,
question?
is
Why
that
did I
even a
even
question?
ask it? We know the
Why did
answer, right?
you? The tonight is gonna become the only answer. But if I'm gonna be the one answering it, from the past couple of years of Hack Supremacy, it started off with Soul. Now Damien Skull brings it back. Kind of also think about it this way: we got a former disciple turned as leader
Mm,
in Damien Skull,
right. Yeah.
while we got the heart and soul of HWE, a person who used to be retired because of a solace,
Yeah.
and a former, and I mean this, a former MEW World Champion and a big time Hall of Famer in Haunted Jacob.
Right. Yeah.
But what I see from this is that I've known Damien Skull from CBW. He has dominated the CBW world from Storm. And of course, I know this is all from the past. But if we can blast from the past for a little bit, I kind of say Damien did a lot more things in CBW and in MEW as a whole than Haunted Jacob did. But I'm not gonna take nothing away from Haunted Jacob because he actually has the accolades to show for it. So does
Yeah.
Damien. But if we're speaking about how Hack Supremacy can play a big favor,
I
it's
actually
either
have a
gonna be,
couple questions for you. Sorry for interrupting. I have a couple questions. First one being, we haven't really talked about him tonight, which is kind of a shocker, but Soul, the hacker of HWE, where does he stand? We have no clue.
uh,
We've seen him calling Damien Skull on the phone on a Midnight Fatality episode. Damien Skull seems to be telling him, "I've got this under control, bro. Let me do my thing." And Soul seems a little mad. Is Soul jealous that Damien Skull brought Hack Supremacy back and it might be doing better than ever? Or will Soul maybe, is he maybe the anonymous leader? Is he the one running things backstage? What do you think?
well, considering on the fact that he called me out and called me a joke, saying I don't.
You know him very well,
Oh,
right?
I know him. Oh, I know him very well, and I know his glitches very well. As
Yeah.
much as I know, he's a crooked mind.
Oh yeah.
He's a he. Do you think I'm gonna be surprised if he actually stands with Damien Skull? Let's be completely honest. If I'm gonna turn my back from a little bit, and I'm gonna turn this way. So, Damien, if we don't speak about what the history shows for Hack Supremacy, the last time y'all did Hack Supremacy, it did not go well.
True.
So if we don't talk about how Hack Supremacy is doing all this, doing all that, I can't say Damien's doing it a lot better than Soul did.
Right.
He's basically doing what Soul did a couple of years ago. Let's be honest. If we're gonna talk about back in 2021, I think, or 2022, whatever, um, Damien used to be a disciple to this man.
So exactly, maybe Soul is mad because Damien brought it back. He's portraying himself as the leader. I just don't see Soul siding with him. I just don't. I see Soul as someone who's like, why are you bringing back something that's dead? Because Soul has, he's kept that hacker sort of character. He still portrays himself as this hacker of HWE, but he has never mentioned hack supremacy in a long time. And then unexpectedly, Damien Skull brings it back. I understand that you say you wouldn't be surprised if he sides with Damien. I would kind of be surprised. I'd kind of be surprised.
I mean, well, then it just depends on the history of Hack Supremacy. I mean, Damien Skull did bring it back on a random pay per view after his match with Wyatt, I think. But like, if we're gonna talk about the history of these two men, actually, I'm gonna add somebody else to this, the Skeletor, who also was in a little stink with Hack Supremacy.
Right? Yeah. A short one.
A very, very short one, by the way. Gladiator, I think, was another one.
Yep. Gladiator. I believe Sinister as well.
Gladiator, I think no, I don't think Sinister was.
Maybe just Gladiator. I don't know.
I think it was just Gladiator. As much as I remember, it was just
Been a while.
Gladiator.
Been a while.
It's been a while, and then Uncle.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. True.
Still miss Bray.
Yeah.
Still miss Bray. Oh my gosh. I don't want to break out on camera because everybody fantasy a man cry over a wrestler, but you really got to think about it. The man really revoluted what a story was made of, honestly. So you got to think. So if I really think about this, it's running from emotions alone. Because tonight's a big moment for these two. But like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No, it's fine. It's fine.
like, if I have to say a word about what this match is, I can't say nothing much, but for it to have some shenanigans in the middle, because obviously this is for the HWE World Heavyweight Championship. There's nothing to set up a big main event than have a middle of shenanigans in this matchup. But I don't know.
A sort of
Maybe.
bloodline rules match, right? Where it just everyone shows up. I kind of see that tonight.
And then, but also to add up to that live stream after Midnight Fatality,
Yep.
which means explaining what Master Mexico did. And then also, a couple world champions showed up to that same stream. I got to talk with the Cowboy Rebel and the main character of NCW. Thinking about it, he talked to Shaquem, and I realized you three had a big heat on. As much as I know,
Yep.
the three men. That's pretty much relevant. Well, say probably like the top four. Damien, the main three that was on that live was Shaquem, Empire, Skeletor, Damien Skull. Honorable mention, Zach, but he wasn't on that live. So, but if anything, the three guys I know deep down inside can bring the best match on everybody. And another honorable mention, Wyatt, once again, not on that live stream, but still, we all know the history between all these guys, and I know the history too well with all these guys. I've been having a heart with Damien the most because he's the one that brought me into CBW, WTS, and HWE as a whole. And if anything, he has kind of been the one that's actually been helping me out, but I technically also been helping myself out. So, in a way, I got to give the match to Haunted Jacob, but
Final predictions, Haunted Jacob?
I'm 50-50 here, actually.
You're 50-50, huh?
Because if Haunted Jacob wins, he makes history.
Yep.
But this is just me. I don't want to see Haunted Jacob take that title away from Damien Skull. And that's different coming from me. Because I got my own opinions. I can be a little bit my own voiceless of the voiceless. I could be portraying a CM Punk character, but here's the reason why. I don't want to see Hunter Jacob take that title away from him. But at the same time, I do. Because if he does, he makes history. But if he doesn't, I'm gonna have to be the one that actually closes this chapter. Because me and Damien,
right,
deep down inside, he's beat me twice for that HWE World Heavyweight Championship, and for the third, and I want to make it number 3, where I actually take that title away from him. So I actually do want Damien Skull to win, just so I can bring back a little bit of that picture-rated void away from HWE, from him, to be passing of the torch to me.
all right. So, You're pretty 50-50 on this, and for real, so am I. But we are 7 minutes away from HWE Final Battle. I've got a couple remaining questions for you, Zane St. Savior, but we're going to need to speed it up a little. One question. We do expect Hack Supremacy to get involved. But Hack Supremacy, it could be Damien. There's Damien, there's the Black Stinger, Gladiator, potentially some new guys, potentially Soul. We have no clue. Who does Haunted Jacob? Who can Haunted Jacob trust, and who can he bring in if some shenanigans happen, or is he left alone?
In reality, I don't see him being very isolated. As much as I know, the Black Stinger could also be potentially in Hack Supremacy as a little bit of an as a little bit of an honorary mention. But as much as I know, coming from Wyatt's perspective, he says he won't be much of a factor. So I'm not worried about him. Haunted Jacob on the matter, he can trust me. Because obviously, I'm not going to be caught in their shenanigans. He can trust Skeletor. I bet, in a way, surprisingly, he can trust everybody in HWE as a whole for right now, except for the people you gotta watch your back on. But as a whole HWE is a family, and we do not want Hack Supremacy taking over the place that we all love and respect on.
Right. Is there any way that Haunted Jacob can pull the plug and could bring back guys like Wolf or a Solace? Does he have the power to do that? Can he do that?
That's the thing, though. I mean, he can bring back two legends, and we all would just be shocked at it.
Because a Solace has been gone for a while. Wolf has made appearances here and there.
He's made an appearance here and there, and obviously he made one big appearance.
Oh yeah.
On an episode of Demolition, but like he's not really there to be like all the time. He's not really there all the time. We might be seeing. There's a chance he might bring some CBW guys like Nightmare and all of them.
Yeah, because they've had some stuff in the past with Damien, so that'd be some mind games from Jacob. So
Probably he
that
might
could
have to.
work.
He might have to pull out something from their move sets to get to the mind of Damien. If anything, I mean, you kind of got to think strategy here.
Yep. All right, we are 4 minutes away. We are moments away from our opening match, Skeletor against Gladiator. Let's see how we got to that match. Saint Savior, we'll see you later at the press conference if you are willing to join. We have major breaking news at the press conference after Final Battle, because we do have to wait for Final Battle um, to reveal those news, because things can change at Final Battle. Titles could change hands, but we do have big breaking news regarding HWE and Zane St. Savior. I think you should stay tuned for those news, because some of them involve you. So, I mean, Zane St. Savior, thank you so much for joining us for this kickoff show. We appreciate it a lot. This was amazing. Um, hey, maybe we might see you tonight at Final Battle, helping a certain Haunted Jacob, or
Yeah,
maybe you
but
might turn your backs and join Damien Skull. I hope you
after
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't pull off a Master Mexico. Please don't.
after what Master Mexico did to me, trust me. You can trust me on this one.
All right. Well, thank you, Zane Saint
Finger,
Savior.
fingers crossed. But we got something special for tonight, and we're gonna see how Skeletor and Sinister got to this point, and we're gonna be sending it straight to the progressive match flow.
Yeah, it should be version of the Skeletor. Recently, I was asked. by a certain fan on my social media. They asked me, hey, Skeletor, what? Final Battle is 2 minutes away. Right after this kickoff show, go right away to the Final Battle premiere. We thank you all for watching the kickoff show. And you know what? I don't lose this. It was an amazing time. And we'll also see you at the press conference later on around 9 o'clock. Didn't they see that to end the show, I got attacked? Like, clearly, Gladiator, as you guys saw from the footage. At Final Battle, as you guys may know, I'm offering an open challenge. And as much as I wouldn't mind if we can't wait as well, NCW wrestling. But let's say I'd love if it is a certain man called